guys, Winterspawn27 here, and I'm sorry for not doing any reviews as of late. Last weekend was Unplugged Expo, and it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some really cool people, and school was being a real pain in the butt as of late. So I decided to review not only this week's chapter of Naruto, but last week's chapter as well. So let's get started with Naruto chapter 693 once again. So the chapter begins with Sasuke telling Naruto that he plans to destroy every single last bit of the 9 Bijou's chakras, which ultimately includes killing Naruto since he's not only Kurama's Jinchuriki, but he also has portions of the rest of the 9 Bijou's chakras inside him. So even though his reasoning is different, his goal back in part 1 is actually the same as right now, to kill Naruto. But Sasuke wanting to kill the 9 Bijous, it's kind of pointless because the Bijous will be reincarnated even if they do die, right? I mean, it was mentioned somewhere in the Kushina flashback when Kushina said that she was gonna die along with Kurama. So unless Sasuke plans to seal the 9 Bijous and put them in an unknown location far away, I really don't see what the point is of trying to kill them. But if Sasuke does kill Naruto, how are they going to free everyone from the infinite Tsukiyomi? Well, according to Sasuke, as long as he has the 9 Bijous captured, he doesn't need the Bijou's power that's inside Naruto. So he's gonna keep the 9 Bijous alive at least until the infinite Tsukiyomi is dispelled. But obviously Naruto's not gonna let him get away with this. Sasuke has to deal with Naruto first, but they're not gonna fight at their current location, they're going to go somewhere else. Kakashi tries to stop Sasuke, but he was still feeling the after effects from using the Mangekyo Sharingan that Obito gave him. However, I like to think it's not only that, but also the after effects of constantly using Kamui over and over again for the entire night. Yeah, I know Kurama gave him chakra once or twice, but aside from all those other times, he was using Kamui many times. How the hell was he not tired? Anyway, before they leave, Sakura has this angry expression on her face, even though she's crying. But since she looks angry, I'm definitely sure she's gonna say some really harsh words to Sasuke. The truth is, I've always known in my heart there is nothing I could have done for you. But I love you! What? No matter what happens, I still care about you more than I can bear! What? If I could have taken all your pain onto myself to comfort you, I would have. And here we are again, and still all I can do is sit here and cry. I'm so pathetic! What? But Sasuke could. If I still have a place somewhere in your heart, no matter how small it may be, then please, I'm begging you, don't slip any further away. If we all just stay together forever, then I'm sure someday things would go back to the way they used to be. What? You know what? No. Stop. You have got to be freaking kidding me right now. I know Kishimoto is going for part 1 nostalgia back when Sakura tried to beg Sasuke to not leave Konoha, but just because this moment brings part 1 nostalgia doesn't mean that Sakura has to say all this. He said that he was going to kill the 5 Kages. One of them happens to be her master, and he declared that he was going to kill Naruto, her teammate. And yet despite all that, she still loves him? Why? What is it about freaking Sasuke? I've read over 600 chapters. I've seen a whole lot of episodes of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and still to this day, I cannot comprehend Sakura's feelings towards Sasuke. I mean, at the beginning, it started off as a freaking crush back in the academy, and considering that we haven't seen them interact along with each other, we could probably assume that Sakura's crush grew into love, which still to this day completely baffles me because there is nothing about Sasuke that would make Sakura fall in love with him, aside from his good looks and maybe his kick-ass ninjutsu, but aside from that, what else is there? And speaking of part 1 nostalgia, just like before, Sasuke's reply was, "You really are damned annoying." Except this time, instead of a chop to the head, he stabs her right through the chest using his arm. But don't worry guys, it turns out it was a genjutsu! Now the reason why Sasuke casted the genjutsu on Sakura was to prevent her from interfering with his fight against Naruto. Kakashi tells him that Sakura never stopped wanting to save him, but Sasuke tells him that he has no reason to love her, and he can see no reason why Sakura would love him. Oh Jesus, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but thank you, Sasuke! Thank you! This is one of the very few times where I actually agree with Sasuke because I do not see anything that would make Sakura fall in love with him, and Sasuke doesn't love her. So we finally got an answer. So does this mean that Sasuke is officially dead? Personally, I like to think it is, but let's face it, the fans that want Sakura and Sasuke to hook up are gonna defend this. So you know what? I'm not gonna waste any more time talking about this. Kakashi tells Sasuke that Sakura only wanted to save him and that she loves him so much that it's breaking her heart. However, Sasuke, thinking about his family, tells him that it's probably just chains from a failed past that she's feeling. He goes off on his own, and before Naruto follows him, he tells Kakashi about the promise that he made to Sakura about bringing Sasuke back home no matter what, and he reminds him about his ninja way. With both Naruto and Sasuke heading towards their new battlefield, all Kakashi can do is just stay behind and wait. And you know what's funny? Hagoromo is still there, even though in the previous chapter he said that his time was running out and that he had to leave. Yet he's still there. So why the hell is he not doing anything to stop Sasuke and Naruto from fighting? I mean, yeah, we all wanted the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, but he doesn't want any more conflicts between the successors of Indra and Ashura. He still has time left, so why doesn't he do anything to stop this? But no, he doesn't do jack shit. All he does is just hover in the air and watches all this happening. No, wait, scratch that. He does do something, and that is talking to Kakashi about love being a complicated thing. He both loved his sons Indra and Ashura, and they both loved him. Unfortunately, Hagoromo made the mistake of leaving everything to the youngest son, causing the eldest son to despise his younger brother and his own father, transforming that love into hate. He even compares Sasuke to Madara, saying that they're the people they are now because of the loss of the love they had once in the past. However, Hagoromo doesn't want Sasuke to have the same fate as Madara. In fact, he wants him to have a better future. So, from learning from his past mistakes, Hagoromo decided to entrust the same amount of power to both Naruto and Sasuke, which is understandable considering that they needed the power to defeat Kaguya, but considering what we learned in the next chapter, and they're going to fight just like the predecessors of Indra and Ashura, something that he wanted to prevent, he's still kind of screwed up in a way. I'm just saying. Anyway, he decided to leave it all up to Naruto, considering that he was the one that became friends with Kurama and saved him from his own hatred. He hopes that this time hatred will transform into love, hoping that both Naruto and Sasuke will reclaim the love they've lost because unlike with Kaguya, they've known something about love. Speaking of Naruto and Sasuke, they both made it to their destination where their battle will commence, and it is none other than the Valley of the End. Wow, we're getting a lot of Part 1 nostalgia as of late, aren't we? But hey, on the plus side, we get to see the Valley of the End again. It's been a very long time since we've seen this place, and the statues are still in one piece even though there was a war going on, but I forgot where this was located. If any of you guys know where the Valley of the End is located, can you let me know in the comments below, please? Thank you. Anyway, they both remember the time they first fought at the Valley of the End. Although the way Naruto said it, it sounds like they've fought at the Valley of the End many times before, but I think that's a mistranslation error. Both are determined to win in their fight, especially Naruto since he doesn't want to hand over the title of Hokage to Sasuke. Assuming that he doesn't know what it means to be Hokage, he tells Sasuke the same words that Itachi told him during the war. A person doesn't become Hokage and then later be recognized by everyone. It's the person who is recognized by everyone that becomes Hokage. But it doesn't really matter to Sasuke considering that he knows that both their answers are completely different. So before they can fight, Sasuke decides to tell Naruto what he believes is the meaning of Hokage, and that is where the chapter ends. So that is Naruto chapter 693. What did I think? Honestly, I thought this chapter was okay. This is basically more set up to the Naruto versus Sasuke fight. It was cool seeing the Valley of the End again, but the build up to their fights didn't get me hyped up or excited unlike in the previous chapter. It was mostly because of the first half of the chapter, which you all know how I felt about that. But I'm still looking forward to seeing how the fight is going to turn out. Hopefully it will be really kick-ass. So overall this chapter was okay. So now let's move on to Naruto chapter 694, Naruto and Sasuke 1. Now just to let you guys know, there is a lot of talking in this chapter. In fact, the fight doesn't even start until the final page. So I'm sorry for all the action junkies out there. We're not going to get the Naruto versus Sasuke fight until next week. But at least we know what Sasuke's goal is right now and what he means to be Hokage. And we get to learn what he told the Rikudo Sennin, so that's a plus. Sasuke begins talking about Itachi, how he sacrificed his life and his own clan to protect Konoha, maintaining the peace and keeping it in balance. But in order to do that, he had to go into the darkness, become a shinobi who protected the Fire Country and Konoha while staying in the shadows, all the while becoming a traitor to his own village, taking all that hatred into himself, believing that he was the true Hokage. To Sasuke, a Hokage is someone who could accept all the grudges and hatreds of everyone and bear all of them. But now that Itachi is dead, there is no one left to bear all that hatred. So now that Sasuke is alone, he can shoulder and bear all that hatred himself. He's basically trying to unify all the villages, giving them one common enemy, and steer all that hatred focusing on himself. So in a nutshell, he's trying to be like Lelouch v Britannia from Code Geass. That or Batman from The Dark Knight. Okay, I gotta be honest here, I'm still conflicted over Sasuke's goal. It is understandable to a certain extent, but once again, he's going at this the wrong way. Especially when he said that he was going to be the one to hand down judgment and punishment. How is he going to do that when he's going to cause everyone to hate him? I mean, when Lelouch did it, he was willing to sacrifice his own life, at least, for the sake of a better future. But Sasuke is definitely not going to do that. He's not going to sacrifice his own life. And if Sasuke does die, he isn't immortal after all, then who's going to take his place? Who's going to be the next person to bear all that hatred for the next upcoming generation? In fact, it's kind of pointless in the end for unifying everyone by giving them one common enemy when that already happened during this war. I mean, all 5 nations, including Iron Country, are already united. And obviously, no one is going to think that this is going to be okay. But Sasuke doesn't care what anyone else thinks. Naruto gets a flashback on more of what Itachi told him during the war. How it's best not to shoulder everything by yourself. Not try to do everything by yourself because that will lead to failure. Sometimes it's best to have those that are close to you help you. Which unfortunately is something that Sasuke doesn't understand. He too gets a flashback about Itachi telling him that no one is perfect and that they are drawn towards people that will complement them, forming a bond, and those bonds are what makes them whole. And yet, despite knowing what Itachi told him, Sasuke still doesn't believe that it's enough for everything to go smoothly. He believes that the only way to create a better future is to sever the past. And in order to sever the past, he has to kill the 5 Kages, the 9 Bijus, and Naruto. Speaking of Naruto, he doesn't believe in severing the past. In fact, according to him, he learned everything that he knew from the people in his past. And what he learned is that when you mess up, you pick yourself up and figure out what to do next. Behind him is a panel of his parents, Jiraiya, Sarutobi, Kakashi, Tsunade, and Obito. I still can't believe he's acknowledging this guy again. We got back to Kakashi and Hagoromo, who's finally reaching his limit and is about to leave. But before he does leave, he tells Kakashi that there's not much that he can do. All that he can do right now is to believe in them. Now, in the next couple of pages, I really do like the setup. It's when Naruto and Sasuke were both saying their answers to Hagoromo, both at the same time. On the left side, you have Sasuke. On the right side, you have Naruto. Now, we know about Naruto's answer. Even though him and Sasuke aren't real brothers, he believes that they'll be able to fix things between them because, after all, they're pretty good friends. You know what? I'd be angry over this, especially when there are other characters who are better friends to Naruto than Sasuke, but whatever. However, with Sasuke's answer, he still has Naruto left in his life, and in order to complete his version of Hokage, he has to kill him. Why? Because to him, Naruto is the closest friend he's ever had. You know, I'm not surprised that he still considers Naruto as the closest person he ever had as a friend. He did consider Naruto as a friend back in part 1. But how is it that I can actually buy what Sasuke was saying about Naruto being his closest friend, and yet when Naruto says that him and Sasuke are pretty good friends, I get really pissed off over that. Anyway, the battle finally commences as both Naruto and Sasuke rush towards each other, clashing their fists, and that is where the chapter ends. So that is Naruto chapter 694. What did I think? There was a lot of dialogue in this chapter, and the action didn't start until the final page. And yet, despite all that, I thought the chapter was decent at least. We finally get Sasuke's answer and what he believes is the meaning of Hokage, and yet I'm still conflicted over here. I mean, there's a certain point where I can actually understand and agree with what Sasuke is going to do, but it's still a bit much. And it kind of goes for Naruto's goal as well. And yet I'm kind of leaning towards Naruto here. But I believe that both their ideals, both their goals towards a better future are both flawed. So at the end of the day, I don't know which side I'm on at this point, but I'm kind of leaning towards Naruto at the moment. But right now, I'm still a bit conflicted. I guess I still need some time to take in all that dialogue. And yet, I still can't believe Hagoromo didn't try to do, like, anything since he knew that Sasuke was going to kill Naruto in order to sever the past. He didn't consider giving a heads up or try to stop Sasuke or something. No, he didn't. But it's not like it's gonna matter anymore because he's going to leave. But at least next week, the fight between Naruto and Sasuke is going to begin. As I said before, I am looking forward to it, but unfortunately, I've heard about the news on the upcoming Naruto movie called The Last, and they kind of spoiled that Naruto and Sasuke are going to live. To be fair, it hasn't been confirmed whether it is going to tie into the canon material or not, but if it is, then thanks a lot, guys. You spoiled the outcome of the fight. Well, even if we didn't hear about Naruto The Last, we do know that they both have to live for the sake of everyone being free from the infinite Tsukiyomi, so yeah, either way, both of them are gonna live. But despite knowing the outcome, the fight has to be freaking awesome. So tell me, guys, what are your thoughts on these past two chapters of Naruto? Did you like them? Did you hate them? What do you think of Sasuke's definition of Hokage, and what do you think of his ideal? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Are you on Naruto's side? Are you on Sasuke's side? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos, and be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 693 and 694. I'm Lunar Spawn 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.